Thanks so much for joining me for WSAZ Plus. Good morning, everyone. I'm Shannon Litton, and we are again on a first alert weather day because we are going to be seeing, well, actually, I say we are already seeing snow move into the region. We will be speaking with Dylan Goday here momentarily, but first, I want you to see what it looks like outside right now. And for that, we want to go outside live to our reporter, Hannah Bazay. Hannah is out in Huntington this morning, and man, already, Hannah, I think you've been outside for about 3 minutes, and we can already see the snow all over your jacket and your toboggan there. Hannah, what's it looking like out there?
Yeah, Shannon, it's really coming down on here, but you know what? It's kind of peaceful and tranquil. It's not like a heavy snow that's overwhelming. It's these big, beautiful, fluffy flakes. Like you can see, I'm covered. We're along 5th Avenue and 7th Street here, and I want to show you the road conditions because I think that's important for people who are making the commute. So if you walk over here along 5th Avenue, I'm not going to step out into the traffic, but you can see this is a main highway, so the crews have been through, laying salt down, clearing that ice over the past several days. We've been getting hit with snow, hit with ice, and you can see the snow is just kind of resting on the road, and as the cars come over it, it's clearing the path. But then I want to show you 7th Street, which is a different story. This is a secondary road, and if you look here, the snow's coming down, but you can see these big, thick blocks right here. This is ice under here. This is where the crews have not been able to clear up that ice, and now we have more snow coming on top of it. So if you live on a secondary road or maybe just an area that hasn't been treated, this is something that you should expect to experience. Now, we talked to the Public Works Director of Huntington. He told us that crews will be out laying salt down throughout the day. These roads were not pre-treated. He said that's because they were running low on supplies, but they've got another shipment coming in today. So hopefully the situation improves. If you're out driving, just be careful. Make sure you have a good following distance and be prepared for some slick spots as it continues to snow throughout the day. And we'll keep checking back with updates on the roads and what it's looking like outside. But right now it's like a peaceful winter wonderland, Shannon.
Yeah, and obviously not as many cars out right now because people are at work, so that commute is definitely going to be different, looking different whenever they're traveling home. But Hannah, you mentioned that they're running low on supplies. I know you're going to be speaking with the Public Works Director as well, and hopefully they get those supplies in to try to clear some of this stuff out before, of course, people have to travel home again. I know even cars behind you are having a little bit of trouble navigating 7th Street there, too. All right, Hannah.
Yeah, definitely. We haven't seen too much... Oh.
Go ahead. I know we're on a little bit of a delay, so go
sorry.
ahead,
Sorry. We haven't seen too many cars have problems along 5th Avenue here, but like you said, 7th Avenue is a different story. With this ice built up underneath, it's really, we need that ice to melt, I think, before people can expect a smoother commute. But yeah, we did hear that they are supposed to get more supplies today and that they'll be laying salt down throughout the rest of today. And we know a couple areas, other areas in the area, I should say, also were running low on supplies. So hopefully they're getting supplies too and the roads will be clear for drivers.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much. I'm going to let you go so you can get to that interview. Let's turn now our attention to meteorologist Dylan Goday, who is joining us here in the WSAZ Plus studio. Dylan, let's talk about this snowstorm. You guys called it. You've been calling it throughout the week. Now that snow is here. We kind of saw that snow start falling. At least I noticed it after I got out of my lunch break around 10 in the morning. I looked outside our windows here in the newsroom, and I was like, oh, wow, like it's falling already.
Yeah, and we mentioned that it would be widespread. It is widespread. It's covering almost every inch of our viewing area right now. Even, say, Logan and Mingo counties, which have missed out a lot of the snow so far recently, they're getting in on the action here. The good news about this is that it is moving quickly. So that is one thing that could help out the later afternoon conditions. That's why we only expected 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches on the high end from this first round of snow. So snow's already here. It's not just arriving for your midday. It is here, and it's widespread as well. There will be a break during your mid-afternoon hours through the late afternoon and into the early evening, but then squalls will return as you head towards the later part of your evening and into the overnight. All the area has a chance to see that. The best chance of accumulation will be to the east of Charleston after we see this initial accumulation with what's happening out there right now. Winter weather advisories out for all the area. That is through tomorrow morning. And we do have winter storm warnings also issued for Nicholas, Fayette, and up to the mountains of West Virginia, because it's not really going to stop snowing there for a little bit of time. And also, you have to take note, it's going to be very cold tomorrow morning. A cold weather advisory issued for a large chunk of the area. It got extended further south to include Charleston and surrounding locations. There's a look at your radar. Outside of maybe southern Pikeville, southern Pike County there, the rest of the tri-state is currently experiencing snow, and it's been heavy right along the I-64 corridor, really from Rowan County through Huntington, Rowan County, Kentucky, through Huntington, West Virginia, and over towards Charleston, and now it's starting to work its way to our far eastern areas. But again, as quickly as this moved in, it's going to start to taper off, but we're not done. I want to emphasize that after this wave pushes on through, yes, there will be a break. Yes, the main roads will improve, but after around 7, 8 o'clock, here comes more bursts of snow, and these will be snow squalls that will reduce visibility, lead to issues on the roadways. If you're planning on traveling during the late evening hours, you're going to deal with those. Those should taper off during the morning hours tomorrow, and we'll be just left with a cold day. So our snowfall forecast, when things are all said and done, a general 1 to 2 across eastern Kentucky, 1 to 3 for Huntington and Charleston. One thing that may impact that, I want to show you what future snow looks like through 2 o'clock. Most of the area is right around 1 to 2. That's what that medium shade of blue there is. But notice the squalls that start to inch a little closer to Charleston, to Ripley, into Roane County, West Virginia, Calhoun County in West Virginia, up towards Athens and into parts of Jackson County, Ohio. Those could be the squalls that move in tonight, overproducing or producing a little bit more snow than the forecast. So you could be on the high end of that 1 to 3 if you're under one of those squalls. And then, of course, those bitter cold temperatures. It's going to be very cold as you step out early tomorrow morning.
A lot to think about there, and of course, Dylan, we know that it's a Friday, so I know a lot of schools have either had a delay today, or a lot of them we even saw closed early because. Or not closed early, excuse me, closed before that they would have gone in for that delay because they were thinking this would be problematic. Now we're going to be seeing schools let out early because they're seeing the snow now. And, people, it's Friday. People will still be going out. Today there's a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up show in Huntington. So those city streets, they're going to be challenging here in Huntington at the very least, to say the least. And that's a lot of people that are going to be in the downtown area for it. So definitely need to be careful on all of those secondary roads, no matter where you're traveling.
Yeah, you definitely need to be careful. The biggest thing is this is slushy now. Mm-hmm. What's on the roads now is slushy. As Hannah was showing us, those are big snowflakes, wet snowflakes. There's a wet, heavy snow, very similar to what we saw on Tuesday. But tonight, these squalls that move in overnight and into tomorrow morning, it's going to be with temperatures really dropping. And with those colder temperatures, that slush will likely refreeze. The snow is going to be a lot finer and could accumulate a little easier because it's so cold. So that slush will likely turn to ice overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. You may wake up and it's not actively snowing to start your Saturday, but you still could be dealing with a lot of icy roads just because of that refreeze that will take place.
So I guess the good news, if we can say that, people who are going to be home tonight, they have time to shovel all of that snow before it refreezes, and then it creates what we've been seeing really for a week and a half, 2 weeks now.
Yeah, absolutely. Outside of areas maybe east of Charleston, if you're in Nicholas County, eastern Clay County, eastern Kanawha County even, you may not see the snow really taper off. But from Huntington to Charleston along I-64, I think most of our southern Ohio areas, there's going to be a break this afternoon. And the main roads should improve because temperatures, if you noticed on Futurecast earlier, were a little bit more elevated above freezing even during the mid-afternoon. So that should help out the main roads. And again, you're mentioning shoveling. It'd be a great time to get that done when you get home from work, maybe before the sun starts to go down. Those temperatures drop, and we see those additional squalls moving on in.
Yeah, I did pre-treat the driveway a little bit as much as I could, and I just took a look at my Ring camera, and where I treated it, you can still see just a very fine layer of snow, so that'll be easy for me to, get out of the way. But there's still parts of my driveway, Dylan, that were frozen over, so I'm hoping to still be able to chop some of that up to, whenever I get home later today. But definitely some good advice there, especially that could make the roads treacherous. I know the crews will be out in plows, and you heard Hannah say, that Huntington's running low on those supplies, so we're getting that shipment in today, so hopefully that'll help clear some of those roads before the evening commute, and of course the commute from tonight from where people are traveling. Do want to quickly mention Scioto County is on a level 2 snow emergency. That came in while we've been on the air. And of course, we'll be following this throughout the newscast. I know, Dylan, you have to get to Studio 3 for a live shot on that. So we're going to let you go here. And of course, just another programming reminder, the Olympics are on. So WSAZ's midday newscast and the First Look at 4 newscast will actually be streaming on WSAZ Plus during the Olympics. So you won't see them on TV, you won't see them on NBC because of the Olympics, but you can watch them on WSAZ Plus. And of course, we do hope you join us on midday here on WSAZ Plus, and we'll see you here next time as well. But please be safe out there, especially whenever you're driving home. Hopefully you don't have to get your kiddos right now, but if you do have to pick them up, again, like Dylan mentioned, it is slushy out there, so please be careful, and we'll see you here next time. Have a great rest of your day, and have a safe weekend.